discussion about notorious online communities, it's impossible to have that discussion without bringing up 4chan at some point. You all know the site, and I'm sure you've heard tales of some of the crazy and sometimes criminal shenanigans that have gone down over there, from doxing to harassment campaigns to like people confessing murders. Yeah, you could say the site has established a bit of a negative reputation for itself over the years, and much of this comes from the misadventures of some of its highest profile users. But that being said, there are actually a handful of wholesome moments and actions that 4chan has been responsible for throughout its deep and complex history. My focus today is to tell you the story of one of these moments, a time where 4chan actually did something good for humanity. Meet William Lashua, a World War II veteran from Ashburnham, Massachusetts. In September of 2010, this American hero was nearing his 90th birthday. The birthday celebration planned for him by his family was expected to be small and mostly unremarkable. But thanks to the assistance of 4chan, Mr. Lashua would receive one of the greatest birthday celebrations of his entire life. Buckle up, boys, this is going to be a wholesome ride. This is the story of how 4chan's coordinated efforts made William Lashua's 90th birthday one to remember. Uh-oh, I'm actually standing up on camera. You know what that means, it's sponsor time. Today's video is sponsored by Bright Cellars. It's been one hell of a year, and I think we could all use a glass of wine to get us through this final stretch. Well, Bright Cellars is here with the good stuff. Bright Cellars is a wine subscription service that sends 6...
I like how the guy earlier was complaining about seeing an ad during the stream. The stream is literally watching a fucking ad, you moron. You're not gonna get out of watching an ad. Get the fuck over it.
6 bottles of wine to your front door every month. They have wines from all over the world, and this is a great way to expose yourself to new flavors and brands that you never would have known about otherwise. The way Bright Cellars works is you go to their website and answer a quick quiz which gauges your taste preferences. They'll take your answers into account and send you your first box filled with wines targeted for your tastes. You'll also get some education cards telling you more about each wine bottle you receive, so you know more about the wine you're drinking and why it tastes the way it does. Rather than cluelessly picking a bottle from the wall of wines at my local grocery store, I've decided to let the pros make the wine choices for me. And this is a decision I haven't regretted thus far. You guys can get 50% off your first 6-bottle Bright Cellars box by clicking the link down in the description box. Big shout out to them for sponsoring. Now let's get into the story. This story begins in early September of 2010 in the small city of Gardner, Massachusetts. An anonymous 4chan user from the area had been made aware of a notice posted on a bulletin board inside Gardner's local Stop and Shop grocery store. The notice was a public invitation to a birthday party being held for this older gentleman. The name of the man having the birthday party wasn't listed, but an image of him was displayed. Additionally, the time, date, and location of the birthday event were also listed. Wanted, people for birthday party, September 4th, 2010, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Ashburnham American Legion. The Ashburnham American Legion is a veterans association located in the neighboring town of Ashburnham, about a 20-minute drive from the store where the birthday bulletin was posted.
Yo, when I was in my band, we used to rent out VFWs and do a live show in a VFW, man. Some of those VFWs were really nice, actually. They had really big rooms, some of them. And they were always like super cool about it too. They didn't give a fuck, man.
Apparently, the anonymous 4chan user who stumbled across this birthday bulletin was familiar with the man shown in the photo, as Anon was able to identify this man as World War II veteran William J. Lashua. Lashua was a lifelong resident of Ashburnham and was known throughout the local communities. This upcoming birthday for Mr. Lashua was going to be a big one, as he was turning 90 years old. Wanting to help with the birthday call to action, the Anon who stumbled across this notice posted it to 4chan's B board in a thread created on September 1st.
Everyone send him a card, if not more. He is turning 90 and a World War II vet. He deserves everything. Bump. This is so full of win. Someone post phone number.
Everyone send him a card, if not more. He is turning 90 and is a World War II vet. He deserves everything.
It was admittedly unreasonable for Anon to ask people to make the trip to Massachusetts and attend the Lashua birthday event in person, so Anon simply encouraged B to send kind birthday cards to the mailing address of the Veterans Association venue hosting the party. you know, wishing the man a happy birthday. Now, B is generally a place of unchecked toxicity, vitriol, and degeneracy, but something about this simple request asking B to honor the birthday of this 89-year-old man, it seemed to crack the armor of even the most jaded and nihilist of 4chan shitposters. The request hit a soft spot. The idea of giving this man the birthday of his life using the power of their weaponized altruism quickly caught on, and B was totally considering breaking formation and actually doing something good here. So B said something along the lines of this.
Thank you for the resub,
We'd
man.
love to send some cards to this old man, but we're not totally sold yet. Sell it harder. Well, if Mr.
Sell it harder. Harder, Strummer. Harder.
Lashua turning 90 and also being a World War II veteran didn't warrant reverence already, there were some flattering details about his character that would soon be discovered that kind of set this deal over the edge for 4chan. So it's reported that Mr. Lashua, alongside his late wife Hilda, had 6 children of their own after he came back from the military and started a family. But they also housed dozens of foster children throughout the years, providing children with a home, safety, and stability until permanent foster parents could be found. Mr. Lashua and his wife had provided a great service for children in need. Unfortunately, though, Hilda had passed away in 2005, and it's assumed that this marked the end of the Lashua's contribution to fostering children. Yeah, this man was a total sweetheart. All things considered, at this point, B was sold. They decided they were going to do some good here. The call to arms was echoed across 4chan, and 4chaners site-wide rushed to prepare happy birthday postcards and other gifts for Mr. Lashua, which they promptly mailed to the address listed on the invitation. Hundreds of people from across the world claimed they were sending something to Mr. Lashua through postage. Others simply left happy birthday wishes within the original 4chan thread. Some even claimed they might actually attend the event itself. An online birthday wish spirit bomb was forming, and as the days crept closer to September 4th, Mr. Lashua's birthday, the spirit bomb only got bigger. Operation Wish Mr. Lashua Happy Birthday would eventually spread outside of 4chan to other message boards and social media sites, most notably to Reddit. Oh, Reddit, always swagger-jacking 4chan. Anyhow, the spread would only exponentially increase the mail and in-person attendees that could potentially be showing up to this 2,000 square foot Veterans Association building in Ashburnham, Massachusetts. And that being said, you have to wonder at this point, have any of Mr. Lashua's family caught wind of what's going on online? People preparing all of these cards and potentially attending this small get-together only meant for family? Well, somebody would catch wind of it, and they would make a post to Reddit addressing all of this. It was one of Mr. Lashua's grandsons. Mr. Lashua's grandson would thank people for the support, though he urged people not to show up to the party unless they were from the local area. This is what he said on Reddit. "I am William J. Lashua's grandson. Please read this. Kind folks of Reddit, my family and I appreciate the outpouring of love and generosity. There has been a large misunderstanding. The poster, which I'm told was found at the Gardner Stop and Shop, was more a local notice for people that know him. It was in no way to indicate that he is alone. He has 7 children, many grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren. In his younger years, he was a foster parent to dozens of foster children. He is well liked in the community and will be fully supported on his 90th birthday. I ask that if you don't know him to not attend the party, as it is for his friends and family. The venue for the party is a very small hall and will be full to capacity with people he knows and loves. By all means, send cards and well wishes, but please refrain from sending gifts, strippers, cakes, candies, etc. And instead, please make a donation in his name to a local veterans charity. Thank you again for all the love and well wishes. We certainly never expected this. You are awesome, Reddit. Now, please help me spread the word to other outlets and make sure this is a smaller, enjoyable party for him." Now, considering the wishes of Mr. Lashua's grandson here, it was generally agreed by the people on Reddit and 4chan that it probably wasn't the best idea to actually make the trip to Mr. Lashua's party. They figured the hundreds of cards that were supposedly coming in the mail should probably guarantee this guy would have a very special birthday. At this point, all 4chan and Reddit could do was wait for the fateful day of September 4th and cross their fingers in the hopes that the mail would reach Mr. Lashua's Veterans Association venue in time for the party. September 4th, 2010. The day had arrived for Mr. Lashua's birthday party. In the past week, thousands online had claimed to have sent cards and gifts to the Veterans Association venue for Mr. Lashua. The big question on everyone's mind was, did the internet follow through here? Did people really send these cards, or was it just a big meme? Well, I'll let you be the judge of it.
Hello, my name is Sarah Lozo. My father, William Lashua, celebrated his 90th birthday today. Someone put it on the internet, and we got hundreds of cards and gifts and flowers and balloons and cake.
Yo, beef jerky, dude, let's go!
Yep, the birthday plan hatched by B was a massive success. Mr. Lashua and his family were blown away by the kindness shown by those of 4chan and the rest of the internet users that contributed to the party. Mr. Lashua received hundreds of birthday cards, gifts, and phone calls to the venue, wishing him a happy birthday.
The phone was ringing off the hook.
Hey, Mittens, thank you for the resub.
Japan, Ireland, England, all over not just all over the country, but all over the world.
Thanks a lot, man.
And it pretty much renewed my faith in humanity for, people calling to wish somebody a happy birthday that they don't even know who served in World War II.
We just want to thank everyone for being so kind and wishing him good and to live to be 110. Thank you all.
And even though they were told not to, a handful of Redditors and B users actually attended the event in person, but neither the family or Mr. Lashua seemed to mind their presence. The 90-year-old Mr. Lashua got an unforgettable birthday, and it wouldn't have happened without B. This whole event is yet another example of 4chan's uncanny ability to manifest real-life action out of their campy online chatter. Now, a lot of the time, this real-life action that they manifest can be negative, but in this case, it was overwhelmingly wholesome and positive. As for Mr. Lashua, after his time in the internet limelight, he went back to living a quiet and peaceful life. A couple of years would go by and no updates about Mr. Lashua would be made public. And naturally, people online began to get concerned for him. Well, finally in 2013, almost 3 years after the Mr. Lashua party, the internet would finally get an update on his condition and what he had been up to. And this update was provided by one of his grandchildren in a thread that they had created on 4chan. Unfortunately, though, this wasn't the news that people wanted to hear. Almost 3 years ago, 4chan made my grandfather, William Lashua, a very famous man.
He died.
He was turning 90 and is a proud World War II veteran. Because of 4chan, my grandfather and family was overwhelmed by the kindness and respect that we got in honor of my grandfather's birthday. It is with a heavy heart that I tell you that my grandfather passed away last week. He was surrounded by our family as he passed in his home. You can find his obituary in the Gardner News from Gardner, Massachusetts.
That was his last birthday.
My family and I continue to thank you for helping my grandfather's 90th one for the books. May he rest in peace.
Oh, no, he was 92. Never mind. Sorry. He was 92. That's right. Sorry.
Rest in peace to Mr. Lashua. I mean, he seemed like such a stand-up guy and just an honorable man. And I'm glad that the internet came together to celebrate a person like this. You just don't see it happen that much. And for it to come from 4chan is even crazier. We really need more stories like this. Let me know what you guys thought about the video down below. My apologies for the 2-week upload break. You know, the world's been kind of crazy. I decided to take a little vacation to witness the insanity. But yeah, I'm back, baby. Well, I want to give a major shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys. wavywebsurf out.
Who the fuck disliked this video, man? Damn, I sent this man a card for his 90th. Haven't thought about this in many years. Holy fuck, dude. If there's one thing 4chan understands is loneliness. Oh my lord.